Welcome to Believe in the Dream with your host, RJ Horner, life architect and beacon of leadership. The show where we help you discover your purpose, design your path, and do the work to live the life of your dreams. Each week, we'll explore the mindset, the principles, and the practical steps that turn dreamers into doers and vision into reality. This is Believe in the Dream.
Welcome back, Dream Builders, to another episode of Dream, Believe, Achieve, the podcast. I'm your host, RJ Horner, life architect, leadership mentor, and someone who knows firsthand what it feels like to doubt your own potential, even when the dream is burning inside you. If this is your first time here, let me personally welcome you. You're not here by accident. Something inside you knows there's more for your life. And today we're going to talk about what often stands between where you are and where you're called to be. And that something is usually belief barriers. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever wanted something deeply, so bad you can taste it, you can dream it, it's part of who you are, but heard a voice in your head say, that's not realistic, you're not ready for that, who do you think you are? And I know that voice well, because for years that voice ran my life. I didn't lack talent, I didn't lack work ethic. What I lacked was belief. And that's the thing that most people don't realize. Your greatest limitations are rarely external. They live right here in your mind. I call these thoughts belief barriers because they function like invisible walls, right? You can't see them, but you feel them every time you hesitate, procrastinate, or play small. I used to believe things like, I need more credentials. I'll start when the timing is perfect. Other people are more qualified than me. But here's the dangerous part. Once you accept a belief, your mind works overtime to prove it that it is true, to make it real for you. You don't fail because you can't succeed. You fail because your beliefs never give you permission to try. But today I want to hear this very clearly. Beliefs are not facts. Beliefs are learned, and anything learned can be unlearned. So how do you actually break these belief barriers? Let me give you a simple framework, something you can use, not just feel inspired by. Step one of the framework, awareness. You can't change what you don't recognize. Pay attention to the moment fear shows up. Ask yourself, what story am I telling myself right now? Awareness is power. The moment you observe a thought, instead of automatically believing it, you take back control. Step two, challenge the belief. Most limiting beliefs collapse under questioning. Ask yourself again, is this always true? Where did I learn this? What evidence do I have that might contradict this? When I started doing this, I really realized that many of my beliefs weren't even mine. These were inherited, passed down from my family, friends, and things I've heard along the way. They were absorbed as knowledge through the experience that I lived. And I decided I don't have to live by rules I didn't create. Step three is replace the story. Nature hates a vacuum, and so does the mind. So instead of saying, I'm not ready, say, becoming ready through action. Instead of saying, I can't, say, I can learn. This isn't positive thinking, it's intentional thinking. And once your belief shifts, your behavior follows. So here's the truth people never hear. Your life will never rise around your belief in yourself, above your belief in yourself. But the moment you change the inner conversation, everything changes. Opportunities appear, confidence grows, action becomes natural. And suddenly the walls you thought were permanent, they crumble. So here's something I want you to do today. Don't skip this. Write down one limiting belief that's been holding you back. Just one. Now rewrite it as an empowering belief, something that supports growth, not fear. Read it every morning this week. This is how belief is built, through repetition and reinforcement. Now, there's a technique that changed my life once upon a time, and I'm still using it today. It's called cognitive behavioral therapy. And that's really what this action step is all about. Taking action through redeveloping your mindset. First of all, what is that thought or belief that you're experiencing? What is the result of that thought or action or belief? And then what is a more empowering or positive thought or belief? This, you can use it as a spreadsheet, but this will change your life. I used it as a spreadsheet when I first started changing my existence, my behavior, my thought processes. And then now I do it automatically. I don't allow positive or negative or unempowering thoughts into my mind. I change them almost before I allow them to settle. So that's what this technique is all about. So write down that one belief and then challenge that belief. What is something more positive that can be reinforced? And then if you're ready to go deeper, I don't just want inspiration, but activation for you. So I personally invite you to join me at the next dream activation experience. This is where we don't just talk about dreams, we build them together. We break barrier beliefs, gain clarity, and create real momentum. You'll find details in the show notes, and I'd love to see you there. Let me leave you with this. The walls in your mind are not as strong as you think. They only exist as long as you believe they do. On the other side of belief barriers is freedom, purpose, and the life you were always meant to live. This has been Dream, Believe, Achieve with RJ Horner, Life Architect. If today's message resonated with you, share it with somebody who needs permission to believe again. Subscribe on YouTube so you never miss another episode. And remember, dream boldly, believe intentionally, and take action daily.
Thank you for joining me today on Believe in the Dream. Your dream is not just a wish, it's a calling. And the life you were meant to live is waiting for you to believe it, conceive it, and achieve it. If today's episode inspired you, share it with another dreamer who needs that spark of encouragement. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. It helps us reach more people who are ready to build the life of their dreams. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep believing, and remember, you are the architect of your dreams.